Hey everyone, welcome back to Livin, South Florida, the ultimate destination for all things real estate and real estate investment. If you're passionate about understanding the dynamics of the housing market, is making smart investment decisions, folks, you're in the right place. So today, you know what, we're going to deep dive into a sizzling hot topic that's been really on everybody's mind. It's analyzing the impact of investors on the South Florida home prices. So folks, have you ever wondered why home prices in South Florida seem to be climbing faster than a roller coaster? Or why it is you find a perfect spot that's snatched up by an investor before you can even make an offer? It's frustrating, isn't it? But you know what? There's so much more to this story. That's exactly what we're going to explore today. So folks, I want you to imagine this for a second, okay? You have this dream of owning a cozy beachfront property. But every time you come close to sealing the deal, okay, an investor swoops in with a higher bid or an all-cash offer. It feels like a never-ending battle. But folks, why is this happening? What makes South Florida such a magnet for investors, and how are they influencing the market? So folks, in today's video, we're going to do more than just scratch the surface. We're going to uncover some of the secrets behind this trend and revealing the ripple effects that it has on everyone, from hopeful home buyers to renters, and even into the broader community and the economy. So we're going to break down the data, kind of share some real life stories, and give you insights that you won't really find anywhere else. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, lean back in your easier chair or your chaise lounge if you're sitting outside, and join me as we unravel the mystery of South Florida's booming real estate market. And hey, if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, okay, and ring the bell so you never miss out on our new videos and latest insights and updates. Trust me, you won't want to miss what we've got lined up. So let's go ahead and get started. What is the current real estate market here in South Florida? Let's kind of kick things off with a little snapshot of the current market. Okay. Now, over the past few years, Florida, and more specifically South Florida, has emerged as one of the hottest real estate markets in the United States. Home prices have been on a steady climb, making headlines with record-breaking sales and rapid appreciation. And even current analysts continue to forecast a 7% projected growth for existing home sales. And with the current inventory of single-family homes to remain tight over condos and multifamily properties, this makes it even a bigger issue as far as investors coming in. So what's been happening on the South Florida real estate scene? Like, as we said, home prices will continue to rise, albeit at a more modest pace of 5 to 7%, following cumulative gains of over 50% since 2019. Okay. And according to recent data, the median home price in South Florida has increased over the past year. Okay. Single-family homes have risen by 17% in Miami-Dade County and 12.4% in Broward from a year ago. Okay. And condo prices in both of them are averaging about a 7% higher. Now, Miami-Dade, for example, has a median sales price of $650,000 for a house and $420,000 for a condo. And Broward saw rises to $625,000 for a house and $290,000 for condos, according to the latest monthly home sales reports by the Miami Association of Realtors. And folks, they're there, they know. So this surge is driven by a combination of factors, from local economic growth to external investment interest, a steady influx of new residents, okay, and a lot of external investments. And while high mortgage rates have tempered some buyer demand, South Florida continues to attract new residents due to its favorable climate, okay, and economic conditions. So let's talk a little bit about Broward County, where we are, okay? And Broward County has experienced notable growth, and they've also experienced some kind of cooling trends. So median home price in Broward County overall has increased by 12%, reaching $450,000 in March 2024. Now, one of the things we're seeing is that days on market, very, very critical metric here, homes are staying in the market a little bit longer. An average of 64 days compared to 58 days last year. Now, that's an additional week. Now, in some cases, it could be due to extending some of the closing issues out. But this increase does indicate a slight cooling from the previous market frenzies that we saw 2022 and 2023. Now, inventory levels, very, very big, very, very big. Inventory has increased almost 5% month over month, but it's still down about 30 to 32% year over year. Okay. Now, this does offer buyers a little bit more options, and it is still reflective of a competitive market. Sales trends. Okay. Closed sales in January 2024 were down 17.3%. Okay, with 76% of the homes selling below the asking price, showing that the market is beginning to moderate. We're no longer going to see those 15, 20, 25% over asking price offers that need to be made. Now, it's also kind of a moderation and negotiation, and both Miami-Dade and Broward are kind of experiencing a moderation of the frenzy pace we saw in 2022 and 2023. Okay, giving buyers actually a little bit more time for consideration. This is also what's leading to investors coming in and taking a look at it. They no longer need to make these snap decisions that they had to make when you had inventories that had been 5 homes in a given area that were available for over a 6-month period. Okay. The other thing too is that it also causes some affordability challenges. Rising interest rates, and have really put a damper on a lot of folks. What you could qualify for 2 years ago at 3% is a significant change from what you can qualify for now at 7%. Okay. The other thing too is that now we're starting to see some of these little local influences, these local nuances, if you will. So some of the market dynamics, they can vary very, very significantly from areas that are closer to the beach or closer to the golf courses or closer to other amenities. Okay. So what does that say? Okay. For the folks that are considering buying or selling here in South Florida, it's essential to stay informed about local real estate market trends and work with experienced real estate professionals, myself and my team. We can help you to navigate that landscape effectively. We're here. We are local experts. We know what's going on. Okay, so we've made references to these investors. Now, who are these investors? Okay, so folks, now that we have a clear picture of the landscape, let's kind of dive into the little profile, if you will, of the investors that are shaping it. Okay, and understanding who these players are can give us a little bit better insight into their impact on the home prices. So investors can basically be put into 4 different categories, if you will. There's institutional investors. These are large companies such as hedge funds, private equity firms, real estate investment trusts, REITs, as we call them. Okay. Now, folks, they have significant capital, and they often go into a neighborhood and they buy up properties in bulk. They see that there are trends where rental rates are increasing. Okay, and they go in there and they'll pick up whatever they can. Okay, and start to take advantage of the increase in the rental market there. Okay, now their goal is typically long-term investment and kind of portfolio diversification. Next group is we have individual investors like myself and like a lot of the folks that we deal with. They're local residents, or they could be out-of-state buyers. They're looking to invest in real estate properties, either for vacation homes or for rental properties, be they short-term rentals, long-term rentals, or just properties that they kind of go either way on. It's a vacation home, they come down a couple weeks a year, rent it out for the rest of the time. Okay, now those folks are going to buy either single-family homes or condos, and we're starting to see an increase in multifamily residential units, duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes. Oh my! Foreign investors. This has always been the kind of the mainstay in the South Florida real estate market. Okay, international buyers, foreign investors, they see South Florida as a prime location for investments due to its global appeal. I mean, folks come here from all over the world, all throughout the year. Okay, and the economic stability. We've seen folks coming in from Canada, the UK, and a lot of Latin American nations, have investors actively participating in purchasing properties here in Florida. And the fourth one is probably the house flippers. We've seen a significant increase in the folks coming in to basically, buy homes that need to be renovated, need to be fixed up. They improve them and they sell them for profits. Okay, and with the up until now where you've had properties that are on the market 35, 45, 50 days, once they get in and get the renovations done, those properties are gone lickety split. Now, this has also been very, very active because there has been a significant amount of we call older stock, properties that are 40, 50, 60 years old that have seen the end of the useful life, but through a renovation can basically become a whole brand new property. And in many cases, we'll see some of the larger single-family homes being diversified or being broken into multifamily units, duplexes and triplexes and quadplexes. So folks, what motivates this group of buyers? What motivates these folks? At the end of the day, it's really with the South Florida economy and the South Florida market, they see potential returns, they see potential for high returns, and as a significant driver. South Florida properties have shown a consistent appreciation, and the rental market is strong. In fact, it's never been as strong as it has been now. It provides a very steady income stream. If you're looking to rent down in Florida, if you're looking to rent for the high season, you need to start looking at the end of the previous year's high season. If you want to rent, for example, for 4 months from December through March, you need to start looking in April of the previous year. The other thing, too, is we said it in pretty much every one of our videos. Investors are attracted by Florida's very favorable tax environment and the state's overall economic health. The three counties, Palm Beach County, Broward County, Miami-Dade County, their GDP is greater than that of several small countries, okay? And it's just a very, very strong economy. Plus, Florida, there's no state income tax, okay? So for folks that are looking to invest, they can invest. Folks that are looking to move down here, they don't have to pay that income tax. In many cases, that's like getting a little boon of a salary increase.
So welcome to our channel, Living in Fort Lauderdale with Kevin Suze. You know, we as much as we love doing our videos, and we truly do, one of the things that we really love is helping folks out with any real estate related questions about anything going on here in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, or any of the surrounding areas. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us any questions. Give us a phone call, shoot us a little text, DM us, drop us a note, drop us a comment below, okay? And also you can click the link and set up a time where we can chat for about 45 minutes about all the questions that you may have. And with this market, with the way this market is right now and things that are going on here in South Florida and things that are going on more specifically in the Fort Lauderdale and surrounding areas, there's a lot of questions folks have. Please feel free to go ahead and reach out and let us know. If you would consider subscribing to our channel, hit the subscribe, okay? Hit the bell to get notified every time we drop a video. And please, if you like what we say, let us know. If you don't like what we say or don't agree with it, that's okay too. We want to hear from everybody.
So how do these investors, how do they really influence the home prices? So, folks, so this is where it kind of gets really, really interesting to look exactly how the investors kind of influence the home prices, okay? And here's the thing. Look at it from this perspective. Imagine you're at an auction, be it an auto auction or be it an art auction, okay? And you're eyeing this beautiful painting, or in my case, you're eyeing this awesome muscle car that you've always wanted since you were a kid, okay? But you know what? You're not the only one. Okay, there's a few serious investors there too. Okay, and as the bidding starts, okay, you realize that these collectors or these investors are willing to pay much more than we can afford. Okay, and they drive the prices up rapidly so they basically get everybody out of the market. Okay, well, folks, that's a lot like what happens here in the real estate market. And the investors impact home prices through several mechanisms. One of the ways is by increasing competition. The more investors that come in, the quicker the prices go up, and the quicker the folks that are on the fringe, quicker they fall off to the side, okay? And these investors, it's really not even competition with normal home buyers. These investors come in with super, super deep pockets, okay? And they have more capital, they have better financing options, and they can really afford to outbid others. And the fact that it's part of their diversified portfolio, they really don't care if they initially pay a little bit more than what the market says it's worth, because they know over time through the diversification of their portfolio, their investments, it'll equal out. So, and the increased competition, folks, is really a huge factor, okay? Investors, especially the institutional ones, they really have the financial muscle to come in and they can close. They're not interested in things like inspections. They're not interested in things like appraisals. They're going to come in, they want to close in 2 to 3 weeks, okay? And for sellers, especially ones that may be looking to sell and get out quickly, that is something that is very, very attractive to them. And this kind of puts pressures on other buyers, okay? And some folks, in some cases, it has led to bidding wars. Let me give you an example, okay? So recently in Miami, there was a modest 3-bedroom home that was listed about $400K. A little bit below the market rate, needed some work to be done, everything. Okay, it recently sold for $450 after a heating bidding war. Okay, folks, that's a 10% surplus over what it was listed for. And they listed it at the higher end of the market based upon the work that needed to be done. The winning bid came from an investment group looking to turn a property into a rental, okay? This is not an isolated incident. It's happening across the region. So the pros and cons of investor activity. Now, so far it sounds like we made it sound like the investors are kind of a bad thing. So, but with all this activity, is it really a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Folks, like most things in life, it's a little bit of both. So let's kind of talk a little bit about the both. The benefits. One major advantage is market liquidity, okay? Investors often buy and sell properties more frequently than regular homeowners. It used to be that you bought a home, you put a 30-year mortgage on it, and you pretty much lived in it until you died. And if you were little and your parents bought it, you inherited the home from your parents and you lived in it until you died. Now, this is no longer the case. The average health lifespan of a person living in a property is 7 to 10 years, okay? Which not coincidentally kind of as in it's very similar to the rate of appreciation. Properties are now appreciating in value. They double in value, not coincidentally, every 7 to 10 years. Okay, but given the fact that investors buy and sell a lot more quickly, okay, they may buy into a neighborhood, buy into an area. Once that area starts to pick up and they see market appreciation, they're happy to get out. They're happy to get out with a nice little chunk of change. Okay, this can be very, very beneficial in areas where the market has been stagnant for a while, or what we refer to as regentrification. Okay, what that really means is that the area is in desperate need or dire need of kind of a facelift, a kind of enhancing the infrastructure, cleaning the neighborhood up, cleaning the properties up, making some upgrades to the infrastructure, maybe adding a community center, maybe adding in a pool, adding some different things in there. Investors, they love this. They'll get in there, they'll buy that house up, they'll go ahead and get it fixed up in 90 to 120 days, and boom, it's gone. And this not only increases the value of the properties in there, but it also increases the overall value and the level of interest in those neighborhoods. Okay, and local businesses, folks, they love this. They see this as a big boost to the local economy. Now, for example, here in Pompano Beach, okay, an investor-led initiative transformed a dilapidated block of properties into beautifully renovated homes. Okay, I mean, it was one of these things that it took a little while. It took about 6 to 9 months once they actually started doing the work. The foundation work took a little bit longer than that, getting the permits and everything getting approved. But within 6 to 9 months, you had something that basically went from looking like a blast zone into areas that became very, very popular for both buyers and for renters. Now, and folks, in this, there are some significant disadvantages, some things to consider. Okay, one of the issues here, everybody talks about it. I'm not really sure why they make a big deal about this, but they call it the housing bubble. Okay, when investors flood the market, prices can inflate rapidly. Okay, leading to really unsustainable growth. If these investors, if they pull out, for example, okay, or if the market conditions change rapidly, for example, like we've had where all of a sudden interest rates for mortgages skyrocketed from 3% to 7% in less than a year. Okay, this could lead to a sharp decline in prices, lead to a sharp decline in interest, okay? And it could actually maybe hurt the homeowners and hurt the economy. Another downside is the reduced affordability. Folks, as investors drive the price of the properties up and they drive the values up, okay, it becomes really much harder for regular home buyers to buy these properties, especially first-time home buyers. And this can lead to a situation where many locals are actually priced out of the market. And we've seen this. We've seen this where folks have told us, you know what, the price of being here is just too costly. I've been here all my life. It's time for me to move on. Okay, and a prime example is in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, where an influx of investors in certain areas have pushed home prices to levels where not only could local residents not only afford them, but it was almost counterintuitive to them to not take those offers and get out. Okay, as a result, there's been an increase in rental demand, which leads to investors coming into the area, okay, further straining the rental market and driving up rental prices. So folks, big question, I guess, with all going on here is, what does the future hold for South Florida's real estate market with its continued investor interest? Okay, so let's kind of take a little look ahead if we can. Predicting future trends in such a dynamic market can be challenging, but there are a few key factors to consider. First, changes in the economy. They will play a crucial role, okay, as the economy gets stronger, more folks will be coming down into the South Florida area. Okay, as the diversification of industries and businesses will encourage more folks coming to the South Florida area. Okay. The other thing is that interest rates. Okay. For example, if interest rates rise, okay, borrowing costs will increase. That could cool down the investor frenzy. Also, if, as many economists forecast, that there's going to be a reduction in interest rates, that could bring a few more folks into the market, into the play. Okay. Regulatory changes are a huge thing. Florida has undergone a significant number of regulatory changes, everything from the squatters laws to some of the regulatory changes in regards to short-term rentals, which definitely impact investors that are looking to make the money in their Airbnb and VRBO market. Folks in the past considered when new zoning laws were introduced in South Florida, it really slowed down investor purchases. Okay, especially in those areas where profitability may be challenged or profitability may be changed. Okay. In looking ahead, if we see a more balanced growth, measures are taken to kind of ensure that the market's a little bit more affordable, the house is a little bit more affordable. Okay, that may also cool some of the investor activity coming in. But folks, it's a complex interplay of factors. Okay, and understanding these these changes and understanding all these factors can really help make navigate the market more effectively, making it all the more important, all the more crucial to reach out to experts like my team and I, because we're here on the ground, we're local, especially folks that are considering from out of state or out of the area that are considering investing down here in South Florida. Give us a call, shoot us an email, send us a text, go ahead and whatever. Just reach out and let us know. Any questions you may have, click a link, click the calendar link at the bottom of the page, set up a time where we can chat for 40, 45 minutes. We'll help you navigate these challenges. We'll give you some local insight into the markets. Just be there to help. So, folks, to kind of wrap things up, it's clear that investors they have been and they will continue to play a very significant role in shaping South Florida's real estate market. Okay. Now, folks, again, while their activity brings both benefits and challenges, okay, staying informed of these dynamics can help you make smarter decisions, okay, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Folks, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Please feel free to drop your comments in the box below. What do you think of the investors' impact on home prices? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Okay, leave your comments before. If you found the video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe for more insights. Hit the notification bell as we mentioned before so you get notified when we drop new videos. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.